Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 193 and we're here in Southwest Florida watching the sunrise over the buildings and the trees to the east, and this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. I am at Vanderbilt Beach this morning, and the brackish water, or the water with the tannic acid in it, is a little lighter here than it was at Bonita Beach, and this is south of the Wiggins Pass where the water runoff was coming from, so it's interesting that some of that seems to have been going more north than south. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me live. If you are joining me live, please say hello and let me know if you're crafting this morning. Hi Sarah May, Chris, Dana, Julie, missed a bunch of names, sorry. Hi Lisa, hi Chantel. Thank you, Lisa. This is that beach cover-up that I wore in turquoise the other day, and so it's actually a dress or a tunic depending on how you wear it. I'm wearing it as a dress this morning. It has little vents on the side, and it has some stretchy shirring at the arm, and it has these cute little tassels in the front, and it comes in about, oh, I don't know, 20 prints. It's under $15, I think, or somewhere around $15. I have them in my Amazon shop, and I've bought a few more prints of it because I love it so much. It's a really, really thin fabric, really great candidate for hand washing in Wrapture. So I just put it in a bowl with a little bit of Wrapture, soak it for a few minutes and let it hang to dry. And while it hangs to dry, it pulls all the wrinkles out of it, so it's something that is complete no fuss project garment too. So I really love that. I love this print. This has some bright orangey red with some turquoise and blue and some neutral kind of beige. So I thought it was going to look super cute with my sun hat. This is the Jenny sun hat, which is a pattern you can order printed or download, instant download on my website. It uses Be So Fresh yarn, which is my sport weight linen yarn, and I picked up a new flower on Amazon to go with this dress. So I got a turquoise. It looks like it doesn't match perfectly, but you can see in that stripe right there, that turquoise, I think it matches cute. And there'll be plenty of other things that this pin will go with, so it works. I'm also wearing another pattern this morning. This is a crochet wire earring. Yeah, when you look at it close up, KB, I think it matches too. These are done on 32 gauge wire, and you can also find that pattern on my website. Super easy to make. If you've never crocheted with wire before, 32 gauge is a really great place to start because it's so malleable. The higher the number, the thinner the wire. It's so malleable that it almost feels like you're working with yarn. As you go into the heavier metals or the lower gauge, they get a little bit stiffer, a lot stiffer even. So it's a great place to start. So if you start here and then work your way up to the heavier metals, you'd be amazed at what you can create crocheting with metal too. You can also knit with metal. Today I am drinking chai tea, which tastes so good when I haven't had it for a while. It's got all those wonderful heavy spices like cinnamon, ginger, cloves, cardamom. Love it. Hi Raina, hi Sarah May. If anybody else is crafting this morning, let me know what you're working on. I think I'm in the home stretch on the body of my tank top. Thank you, Grace. I'm excited about the colors I'm wearing today. KB loves chai, but it doesn't love her back. Sorry about that. I love to make chai tea. This one I didn't make. This one was a tea bag, but Erica is working on a scarf for her Etsy shop. Wonderful. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad I feel better too. Wow, it took me a long time to get better. Did I eat regular food yesterday? Yes, I am back to eating regular food, so yay. Oh, KB doesn't like caffeine. Got it. I have seen herbal chais, and you know what? If you make your own chai, you can make the spice blend. I was thinking about that very thing this morning, Karen. There's no reason why chai has to be in tea. It could absolutely be herbal, because when I make the spice blend, the chai spice blend for doing on foods, like my chai spiced homemade granola that I made for Christmas presents last year, that's just the spices without adding the black tea. So if you're going to do that, you could just do that and call it herbal tea. So that would be perfect. And I was thinking about that just this morning, that I would like to make an herbal version. Hi Faye, hi Audrey, thanks for joining me live. If anybody is crafting this morning, please let me know what you're working on. And if you end up watching the recorded version later, please also feel welcome to say hello. I reply to all of those comments as well. Hi Edna, I feel colorful today. I have on a raspberry red wire earring that matches my raspberry lipstick. I have a bright orange red dress on that has lots of blues and creams and turquoises that match the cream in my hat and match the turquoise in my flower. So even though I've got lots of color going on, I made sure that each color picks up on something else. Oh, I should show you the hem. Look at so many different prints on this, but I love the way they blend together. Even the hem on the skirt has a different print too. But somehow they all go together really well. And like I said, it's under $15. It's crazy. Did I crochet this hat, Erica? I sure did, and it's a pattern on my website. You can find it, it's called Jenny. You can find it on my website, either printed to be mailed to you, or a free pattern on the page, or it's an instant download ad-free on Ravelry. So however you would like to have the pattern, it's there. You've brought, oh, thank you, Edna. Thank you, Christine. I am in love with the hat too. So an update on the other hat. Remember yesterday I said I wished I would have brought my hats and I thought I forgot them? They were both in Dolly the Wonder Wagon. How crazy is that? Who else loses things in plain sight, huh? I know I'm not the only one. So I have an update on the offset shell hat that's going to be called Serena. And I think that the brim is too wide. So I'm getting ready to take the wire out and unravel back an inch and make it about this size. I'm going to make it a 4-inch brim instead of a 5-inch or so brim like it is now. And I think by pulling it back a little bit and tightening up the wire, it will be a little more, it'll fit a little nicer like this one. I think it's just way too floppy still. So I'll show you. There's something just a little too floppy about it. Maybe when you go that big on a brim, you need a heavier wire. There's something about this 19 gauge wire and the 5-inch brim that I don't think it's the right combination. Love the hat, love the stitch pattern, but I have a feeling that it's going to need either a heavier wire or a shorter brim in order to get that right balance of not too floppy and a little bit more structure. So it's close, but it's not there yet. And I have no shame in showing you things that aren't perfect, because I think that part of the learning process is seeing how you fix things that aren't right. Yeah, either a heavier wire. I think there might be just that sweet spot of a certain number of inches in a brim for 19 gauge, which when I did my research, everywhere I looked said 19 gauge was the, excuse me. Hi Picasso the parrot, how are you this morning? So I think that there's just going to be a balance between the number of inches on your brim and the stiffness or the weight of the wire. So unless I decide to buy more wire and wait a while again, I think I'm just going to shrink this. I'm just going to unravel this one back to the 4-inch brim and call it done. I'm dying to make a third hat for this right now. In the black linen yarn. Be So Fresh yarn comes in 3 colors. Comes in the creamy white called foam. It comes in this beautiful sand color called Sand Dollar, and then it also comes in black called Night, and I really want a black sun hat right now. I think that my flower pins will really pop on them. And so, well, thanks, Mar. I think it's definitely part of the learning process. You know, if I just showed you how things look perfect and faked it for the camera, you wouldn't learn as much as if I showed you the process and even showed you how you fix things as you go. Yeah, a black hat would be so dramatic. Or even doing some stripes, like doing mostly black and then maybe doing that a white and Sand Dollar stripe towards the end. That would be really bold too. Yes, Sarah Mae, the best way to learn is when people are keeping real with you. Absolutely. Oh, Beatrice, asthma does not sound good. Take care. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining live. Now, so a fully striped hat, like let's say you did 1-inch stripes in black, Sand Dollar, and foam. Wouldn't that be gorgeous too? Stripe, and you could do stripes just with the Jenny pattern. This is just simple half double crochet. So let's say every 4 rows you changed color. That would be beautiful. Now, Connie, this one actually dips into 2 balls, but if you made it just a little bit shorter, you could probably get away with 1 ball. But to make it this actual size, it dipped more into 2 balls. But it's top down, so you could just make it until you ran out of yarn and you would just have a smaller brim. Thanks, Donna. This flower has a bit of a beaded center to it too. Can you see that? And with all of the flower pins that I buy on Amazon, I'm going to show you. So they come with 2 components on the back side. There's a safety pin component for pinning onto clothing or a bag. Wouldn't this be cute as a decoration on a bag too? And then you have this other clip, and that's the clip that I put if I'm going to put it in my hair, on a ponytail, on a bun, or on a braid, or on the hat like that. If I wanted it to stay totally secure on the hat, I would use the safety pin, but because I like to pop them on and off so much, and it's crochet, so it's got holes in it, you know, spaces between the stitches, that clip, it being so tapered at the end, it's super easy to do this. And then I can pop them on and off and change color as I feel like it. I want more flower pins though. Donna uses flowers on her usher uniforms. Oh, that sounds pretty. Hi, Lily. Hi, Bertha. I think I said hi to Grace. Can't remember now. Does anybody have any questions so far about the hats? I can show you either one of them close up if you like. And the flowers come in a ton of colors too, and I can't wait to show you some of the combs that I found too. I found some hair combs that have smaller flowers on them, so I can, when my hair's down, I can pull it back. Am I going to make cake yarn? Do you mean, I wind all my yarn into center pull balls before shipping. Every order comes free and wound up. Well, hi Jennifer, thanks for joining live. Hi Anne from Ireland, thank you for being here. Thanks Lily. Thank you Donna. Oh, long color striping. I'm not doing any gradient dyeing right now. I just don't have the equipment for it. Gradient dyeing just takes so much more labor because you have to actually knit the yarn first before dyeing and then unravel it back into an unknit form. So I just don't have machinery for doing that, and to do it manually is just way too much time. So I don't have the equipment for doing that right now. And as far as doing the cake yarn, the way I was doing it before was taking different colors and pulling them together and then making them into a center pull ball and tying them together as I go, so people could either untie those knots and weave them in accordingly, or keep the knots and weave them in accordingly. And you know, I got mixed reviews on it. Some people loved it, myself included, and some people complained about the knots, that it wasn't one continuous piece of yarn, which, unless you're going to do the gradient dyeing and knit the entire thing first, dye it, and then unravel it for somebody, which also comes with its own mixed reviews from some people, it ended up being, I don't know, when I get mixed reviews on things, I kind of just veer towards the things that I get more positive reviews on. Most of the times I get mostly positive reviews, so it just made me step back from it for a while. So I'd have to think about it again. I suppose in order to do it, I could keep them all as individual balls and put them in a container and sell them untied, and then people can do with it as they wish. But even at that point, I'd need to find a container for that. So I just haven't made it through that process completely. Raina, have you followed the pattern? The pattern tells you how to increase. If you've increased differently than the pattern, I mean, it's possible that that it didn't turn out the same way. So I would suggest following the pattern. That would be my advice. Hi, Cynthia. Yeah, I know that, Grace, and I don't try to be everything for everybody, but because the lacy cakes and the sporty cakes came with the mixed reviews, I just decided to put it on the back shelf, put it on the back burner for a while, and maybe come up with another version of it at some point. So I love the idea of doing color stuff like that and gradients, but you know, I still have the Be So Fine tidbits, so you can make your own as well. The Be So Fine tidbits are the 1/3 of a ball of Be So Fine yarn, so you can buy those and mix and match all you want, and make your own that way. So there's always that option too. But I know if it's not spelled out and looks as that, sometimes it's hard for people to think outside the box. I get that. But I know a lot of people miss lacy cakes and sporty cakes, myself included. I thoroughly enjoyed the projects that I made with them, like the Santabella shawl and Love is in the Air shawl. There's a few that I really enjoyed making with lacy cakes and sporty cakes. Yeah, Julie, just if you go shopping for Be So Fine tidbits in my shop, it's 1/3 of a ball of Be So Fine yarn. Each one is 200 yards. So you can just mix and match those, buy 5 of those, and you've made your own lacy cake, right? And then you're custom making all your colors too, which I think is really awesome. I missed a side combo. I don't know what's going on. Does anybody have any questions about that? Connie's order arrives today. Wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my fast service. Yeah, mixing colors is fabulous. And here's the other thing about buying your own lacy cakes, or buying your own Be So Fine tidbits and mixing your own colors. Not only do you get your custom colors, you don't have to go by what I picked, but you can also do other things besides just do a stripe like I did with the sporty cakes. What about doing motifs that change color every round? Now you've got this brilliantly just blooming color work project that you didn't have to buy full balls for all of it. And a great example of that would be the Majestic Skies crochet cowl. Now that one was done in Be So Sporty yarn, but there is no way you could absolutely do that in Be So Fine yarn. So if you bought all those colors in the tidbits, you could do it in Be So Fine yarn. Yeah, Donna's yarn comes tomorrow. Wonderful. Yep, I've been shipping all week. And I love the fact that Every time I ship an order, it automatically sends an email to customers with the tracking number so you can follow it the whole way to you. Isn't that fun? I know when I'm excited about an order, I love following the tracking. Lisa's order came yesterday. Wonderful. I have new stuff coming out soon, guys. Rita got her yarn yesterday. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Grace loves that feature too. Yeah, I love being able to track something, especially once you see it got to your town, right? And you know, and then when you see that it's out for delivery, whoo, those are exciting emails. It's the little things, right? Oh, so I was going to tell you about some fun things that I have in store for you. I don't know what, nothing will get listed today, but things will get listed by Monday. I was dyeing yarn all day yesterday. I have new colors of Be So Fine yarn, new colors of Be So Sporty yarn, new colors of Be So Fine bling, new colors of Be So Sporty bling, all dyed and drying right now. Yes, I did work on the variegated black yesterday. I have a small batch of variegated black in Sporty and in Fine, and it has some soft black, some silver, some steel blue, and a touch of very faint mauve in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It very smoky, very beautiful, and excited to show you guys what it's going to look like, but it's still drying. So until it dries, I can't take accurate photos of it. And then for the Charlie's Angels colors in Be So Fine yarn, I thought it was interesting to take what I did as solid colors for the sporty versions and use the colors that I blended for those solids and make them variegated for the fine version. So the Be So Fine Charlie's Angels colors, and I didn't do all the colors, I just did some, are more variegated, but really beautiful, and they're tonal variegated. So tonal meaning every color in the variegated is in the same family. So like for the Sabrina, the one that we did in the green and Be So Sporty, in Fine it has a bright green and some lighter greens and a little bit of a turquoise green. So it's all the colors that made up that color, but all separated out into a variegated color. So even the Kelly one, which was the raspberry color, it's going to look more like the color I did this shawl in, because it's going to have spots of hot pink along with spots of the raspberry and the other berries in there. So it should be more like this color when it's done. So we'll see. And then what else did I do? Oh, I did a new sunrise for Be So Fine bling and Be So Sporty bling. I have a new sunrise coming, so it'll be Sunrise 03. It's very muted, very much, very champagne-y. It's got like a nice neutral to it with very pale pops of color. There's a pale sage and a pale coral popping out of a really beautiful, warm, like champagne beigey kind of color. And with the silver popping through, whew, it is gorgeous. I don't even know where I'd begin. Oh, and then the orange, the one for Chris. Remember the Chris that was mostly orange in Be So Sporty Charlie's Angels colorway? The version that I did for Fine is definitely more variegated, and this one has some pops of coral and peach and orange and a little bit of yellow. Very tropical. Looks like a peach daiquiri in my opinion. Really, really pretty though. Thank you, Cynthia. I think you're gonna if you like the Chris solid, you're gonna, or it wasn't solid, but it was very subtly variegated. You're gonna love the Be So Fine variegated. Chris was my favorite angel too, Sarah May. Well, kind of. I love Chris and Kelly. Oh gosh, I don't know. I loved all of them. Yeah, so they're gonna take another day or so to dry and then photograph and then list in my shop. But whenever they're live, probably by Monday, I'll be able to bring samples to the beach to show you too. Sarah Mae's husbands was nuts about Farrah. I bet. I think a lot of men were. They were all so pretty though. I loved their personalities on the show. They were so fun and personable. Nobody was bitchy. There was nobody bitchy on the show, and I loved that. They were supportive of each other. They cared for each other. They had each other's backs. When women get along, it's a powerful thing, and it's an amazing thing. No, Sarah Mae, thank you. That's so sweet. I have another big project coming too, and it's related to the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. And I'm not sure what I can even tell about it. Hopefully I can get those photographed, and maybe that will go live today. I have a really incredible promotion coming that's going to involve my charity, Project Kristin Cares, as well as involve the new Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. And I am just over the moon excited to share it with everybody. But I will have to announce it first on my website, and then from there I will bring the samples of the special package to the beach tomorrow, so you'll get to see it. KB loves the journals. Thank you so much. Me too. Me too. I love using them. I love sharing them. I love teaching people how to journal. I think it's such a powerful tool for feeling better about yourself, feeling more confident, and also being more productive. That I'm so excited to see how other people's lives change from learning how to journal. Did I finish the top? Nope, I'm still working on it right here. Yes, of course, Mar, yeah. Absolutely. Yep, because we're just like Charlie's Angels. We care about each other, we support each other, and we're all nice to each other, and we all work together. Oh, who's Bosley? I don't know who Bosley is. Who's Charlie, too? Let's not worry about them. I like just focusing on the fact that we're women that aren't bitchy to each other, and we're nice to each other, and we support each other. And that was the underlying thing that I love so much about the show. And that's the underlying thing that I love so much about Yarn on the Beach. I see Marlon's name popping up, but I don't see any questions about it. Oh, Marlon. Marlon could be Charlie. That's true, because he's always hidden. That's right. Raina, if you go to my website and you search pattern, if you go to the free pattern directory, there's all sorts of ways to search yarn. And if you search the yarn by Be So Fine Yarn, you'll find tons of patterns that take only one ball of Be So Fine yarn. He is definitely camera shy with us, isn't he? That's okay. He's a 16-year-old boy. Of course he's camera shy around Mom. Oh, Curious George can be Bosley. Yes, I like that too. Thank you, Edna. I appreciate it. He's a sweetheart. Yeah, Raina, you're going to love that directory. You can search by all sorts of things. You can search by weight of yarn. You can search by brand of yarn. Yes, Jennifer, that's right. John Forsythe played Charlie. You can search by type of project. You can search by type of craft. There's all sorts of ways to search by project. So I think it'll be really helpful for you to just figure out how you want to search and start browsing. Oh, Jean, that's so nice. I love that. I think the journals are going to make great gifts, too. Cynthia, yeah, 16-year-olds sure do eat a lot. Oh, Kristen's working on a shawl and a cowl and another one for the fall. Wonderful. Busy, busy. That's great. Kristen gave her mom a journal. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it so, so very much. I'm thinking of different people to ask to promote the books too. I'd like to get the word out there to help more people and sell more books. So need to figure out ways to do some great marketing, get some great reviews. Need to get some great reviews in the Amazon shop. Need to get the book into some hands of some influencers. So if anybody wants to send good vibes for getting all that going, I would totally appreciate that. We're out of time. See that? Time flies when you're having fun, right? We didn't even talk about the beach. Anyway, at least we got to enjoy it and look at it and hear it. So let's take this last minute now to look out on this incredible view. How beautiful are these blues today, my goodness. Let's soak in the colors of the scenery, the sounds of the waves, and set our intentions for the day. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise. Hope you enjoyed the scenery, the sounds of the waves, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.